A desert planet with twin suns.
They call themselves the Bad Batch. We do what we do.
What else you got? Give me more!
Welcome back to Twin Sun Talks Regs. This is your host, Jeb Lou. Whoa, that's weird. Don't worry, this is not going to be a normal thing. My brother's out of town, and I am just going to do this week. So it's time for another Bad Batch review, episode 12, I believe. That is crazy. Rescue on Ryloth. So let us dive right into our first segment. I have spoken.
I have spoken.
Alright, so we will start with our non-spoiler review, obviously, as always. Then we will move into our spoiler review. So, non-spoiler review. This episode was extremely action-packed, yet full of character development and plot development. As always, extremely visually stunning. Animation is absolutely amazing, and all around a very good episode. Yeah. That's about all I've got. I mean, not much to talk about. Alright, after this point, there will definitely be some significant spoilers, so as my brother always says, spoiler. Alright. Spoiler review. Spoiler. We start in with Vice Admiral Rampart and Captain Hauser. They are walking through the prison full of Twi'leks, where we found the Syndulas and Gobi all locked up in a cell together. Rampart says that Senator Ta told him that Cham Syndulla would be difficult and be a problem to deal with, but that he was wrong, and that his followers would be even easier, and so would his daughter Hera. As Rampart leaves, we see Hauser staying, looking at the Syndulas in prison. He sighs and leaves after Rampart. So this is very interesting to me. Was very interesting to see that he really didn't want this to happen. He was conflicted. He didn't know what to really follow. So yeah, that was very interesting. Okay, after that, Rampart tells Hauser to find all of Cham's followers and arrest them. Hauser tells him that this is very unreasonable, for they are not insurgents, they did not do anything wrong. Rampart says that they are supporting a menace, and that Cham killed Senator Ta. Hauser was very confused by this because he said that he was there, and that is not true. Rampart says to prove him wrong, and Hauser can't really find any way to do that. After that, Hauser volunteers himself to find Hera, but Rampart tells him that already a squad is on assignment, and that he should just stick to getting all of the insurgents into prison. So, yeah. Moving on. Move on to Chopper. Kind of rooting around, and then we find Hera hiding from all the other clones. She is trying to find a way to get her parents out of prison. We then see Crosshair and his squad, and find out that his squad is the squad that is, I say squad a lot, I'm sorry, that is after Hera. And Hera tells Chopper to meet her at the base so that they can send out a transmission. And you can probably guess who the transmission is going to be sent to. We go to the Marauder, where the Bad Batch receive a transmission from an unknown frequency, and it is Hera telling them to come back and to hurry, because she needs help. The Bad Batch is very skeptical, but Omega pushes them, and they decide to go and check out the situation. Back on Ryloth, the Bad Batch finds Hera, and finds out that Cham is Hera's father. They know about him, obviously, since he was a freedom fighter, and that he is in prison. And Hunter, again, is very skeptical, but decides that he will want to see what they're up against before he makes any final decisions. We visit the large square from the beginning of the last episode in the capital city of Ryloth. I do not remember what it's called. My brother would, but I don't. And we see Rampart step out onto the platform and tell the massive Twi'leks that he knows that they are shook up by the attack on their beloved Senator Ta. And he says a whole bunch of lies, saying that it's Cham that killed them and that he's making a full recovery. He is not. He is dead. He got shot in the face by Crosshair. And we don't know that, but I think that that's just a lie. Rampart doesn't know, but the Bad Batch is watching from afar. And Omega points out to the Bad Batch, to their horror, that Crosshair is among the clones guarding Ryloth. And then suddenly they see there's a probe droid that is spying on them. Hunter realizes quickly, and then with his vibroblade, stabs it in the eye and disables it. But before he can do that, it sends a signal to Crosshair, and now he knows that they are on Ryloth. Back at the secret base, Hunter tells Hera that he cannot help her, and that they will take her away somewhere safe, but her parents will just have to find a way out themselves, or not. One second. Hera retaliates and offers them double the credits that she offered before, but Hunter says that all of the credits in the galaxy would mean nothing if they all were dead. Omega gets mad at Hunter and tells him that Hera's just trying to save her family, and that Omega would do the same thing for Hunter and the rest of the Bad Batch. And Hunter is kinda like, whoa, okay. But then we cut to Rampart again with Hauser and Crosshair. Crosshair tells Rampart that Clone Force 99 is on Ryloth, and Rampart tells him that he should stick to his assignment. He will put other people on Clone Force 99, and if Crosshair is unable to follow orders, then he will put more capable clones in his position. And it kind of pans to Hauser, and Crosshair kind of looks at Hauser like, I hate you. So, yeah. Okay. So, after that, Hera and Omega are talking, and Omega says that Hunter will come around, and to get him to trust you, you should come up with a plan, because that's tactical, and that's what he likes. So, they're doing that. Now, we cut to the prison, where Hauser alone finds the Syndulas still in that same cell. Hauser looks around to make sure that the coast is clear, and then he tells them that he is trying to help Hera just like they are. He asks them to tell them where Hera is so that he can protect them, but the Syndulas obviously do not really trust him anymore because he put them in the prison. Back to the Bad Batch. Hera tells them to attack the refinery from the first episode, if we remember that. Take out the guns and create a distraction to break Hera's parents out. The plan was so that Hera, Omega, and Chopper take down the guns. Then after that, Tech and Wrecker create a distraction and just wreak havoc on the refinery and just blow a bunch of stuff up. And while all that's happening, Hunter and Echo break out all the Syndulas and the rest of the prisoners. Okay, onto the plan. Chopper is going out to disable the guns, but the panel does not work for him, and he gets caught. Chopper is captured, and Omega says to take the guns out first and then help Chopper. So they decide to go and hijack a Imperial shuttle that Hera will miraculously be able to fly, and then go blow it up. They hijack the shuttle, and Hera flies it. She's kind of not great at the beginning. She runs into a bunch of stuff, she brings attention to herself, but eventually she does blow up the console, and all of the guns are offline, so that the Marauder is free to blow up the refinery, basically. Cut to Rampart. He goes to handle the refinery, because he's obviously figured that out by now, and orders Hauser to stay and guard the capital. Back at Hunter and Echo, they break out the Twi'leks, and they are running away. We see Crosshair and his squad try to move out to the refinery as well, but Crosshair stops them, telling them that the refinery is not the Bad Batch's target. They are trying to get the prisoners out. As Hunter and Echo quickly are getting the prisoners out, Crosshair has assembled a squad of shielded troopers to the hangar door, ready to intercept the insurgents. And, okay, just as they're getting to the hangar, Hauser stops them and warns them that it is a trap. Hauser says that there is a squad behind them and will intercept them. To earn their trust, Hauser says that he thinks that what the Empire is doing is wrong, and that they should use Senator Taw's shuttle to escape in his private quarters. Eleni Syndulla, Hera's mom, says that Hauser must come with them, for the Empire will obviously figure out that he helped them. He says that he can't leave the squad behind because they're good men, and they leave. And Hauser is left behind. He opens the hangar door to the squad of troopers, then asks his brothers, "What are you doing? We were sent here to free Ryloth, and we succeeded. Now we are being ordered to target the people that we swore to protect, and that he will not be a part of it any longer." He throws his gun to the ground and asks his brothers who will stand with him. About a fourth to a third of the squad throws down their guns and their shields, and Crosshair orders all the clones still loyal to the Empire to arrest them. But the Bad Batch escapes. Back on Ord Mantell, we see the Syndullas departing from the Bad Batch, and Hera and Omega have an emotional departure, saying that they will see each other again. Back at the burning refinery, Rampart says that he did definitely underestimate the Bad Batch. Crosshair asks for permission to go and hunt down the Bad Batch, and Rampart very quickly says yes. End of episode. I am sorry if that was horrible. I'm not used to this. This is not my thing. This is my brother's thing, but I'm doing my best. So, bear with me. So, review. This is an awesome episode, I'm not gonna lie. So, I just think that it's so cool to see that there is a start of rebellion in the clones. Hauser, he just talked to them, and a lot of the clones agreed with him. I mean, not most of them, but a lot of them did. And so this is something that I think kind of proves my brother's theory of an uprising on Kamino, and that is why there are stormtroopers, not clone troopers. Since there are still a lot of clone troopers, and you would think that a lot of clone troopers would still be in the Imperial Army by the time of the original trilogy, but there's not. But, yeah, it's just absolutely awesome. So let us move into visions.
To continue, we need one singular vision. My vision.
Visions. So, I feel like I should have many, many more visions this time. I just said it. I think that there will be an uprising on Kamino and all over the place. And I believe that in the near future, Crosshair will either turn back and sacrifice himself, or will kill one of the Bad Batch, probably Wrecker, and then turn back after he does that. Is super sad. Then he goes and tries to take on Darth Vader, and then gets killed by Vader, and then basically all of them are wiped out except Omega, and then we find out that Omega is a clone of Palpatine, and then just goes all into all of that stuff from everything. So, yeah, that was a lot to go into very quick in a very short amount of time. But yeah, I think that that's what's going to happen, and I think that we're going to see that Mace Windu survives somehow. It might be in this show, might be in The Mandalorian, it might be in the Book of Boba Fett, it might be in any possible thing. And I think that Plo Koon's still alive. He is still alive until I'm proven wrong. And so, yeah, that's about it. Trying to think of anything, but I think that's about it. So I hope that you stayed with me here. I know this is weird. This is not going to be a normal thing. Don't worry. You don't have to listen to my voice all the time, but unless it's with my brother. But I feel a lot more comfortable whenever I'm with him, whenever I'm not the only one. But it's fine. So yeah, you have taken your first steps into a larger world, and I will see you sometime. My brother will see you in the next episode next Wednesday. I am not sure what it is, but it's going to be something amazing. So, taking your first steps into a large world, and bye, friends. Oh, gosh. Could have done so much better. Oh, well.